designer Sayyid Kamil bin Fahad Al Said officially launched the book Throw Down the Anchor, the story of Muttrah Souq, by receiving it from His Excellency Mohammed Al Zubair at a function organized by the Center for Omani Dress held at Beit Al Zubair. The book is written by Maxine Burden, who describes the story of Muttrah Souq through the words and memories of those who live and work in the marketplace that is considered to be at least 600 years old.
Maxine Burden, you're the author, and it's great to see the book you've written about, and it's wonderful because it's all about Muttrah Souq. Could you tell us the inspiration and how it all came about?
The book came about through the Centre for Omani Dress, which I'm a volunteer member of, and one day Julia just said, we need to find some projects to bring in some funds to keep the museum going and the research for the dress. So she gave us a list of options, and on it was research Muttrah Souq. And I love the souq, always have, so I chose to do that.
Okay.
So we started going down the souq every Sunday. Joy Tang joined me in the beginning, and it was difficult the first 12 months because people are not used to you going, especially Westerners, going and asking them about their shop and stories about it, you know, so it took about 12 months for them to get used to us being there, and then they finally would tell us about the shop, what they knew of the history and special stories.
Okay. What did you find that was most interesting, a unique experience you've shared in the book, but also it's very close to your heart?
Oh, there's so many wonderful experiences. I met such wonderful people, and some were just so great. They took me for walks around the area and introduced me to people. It was just amazing, and some of the stories that we were told. One in particular, one of the kawa men that just serves the coffee. This is a few years ago. When coffee was 1 paisa a cup.
Yes.
And he saved enough to be able to travel to India and Salalah and to London.
With that money?
With the money he saved.
To London too, Salalah,
yes.
India and London.
And London. And then after that, he went to Hajj with his friend, and they travelled by camel, took them 6 months to get there. I thought, how wonderful. He saved to be able to do all that.
How long did you take the whole book to compile it together? So how many months or years did you spend?
To get it to completion was about 4.5 years.
Okay.
We had, it was only part-time on my part though.
Yeah.
But we had a few hold-ups once we got to the graphic artist side of things. So it was a bit longer than we had hoped.
Okay.
But now we have a finished product.
Meanwhile, the exhibition by Center for Omani Dress displayed styles of various regions in Oman.
Simmons, you're a volunteer at the Omani Women's Museum for Dress, and could you tell us the event and the exhibition that you also have here at Beit Al Oud at Beit Al Zubair?
Yes, well we've just launched a book by one of our other volunteers, Maxine Burden, which is a history of Muttrah Souq. And one of the things about the souq is obviously it's where a lot of the women would come and buy their fabrics and their embellishments. And so our exhibition is showing some of the ranges of styles from the various regions of Oman. And because a lot of these styles would certainly have been in the past been seen in Muttrah Souq.
Yes. And do you compare with what you have in the museum as a traditional collection, and do you see some of them still in the Muttrah Souq, or is it changing?
It's certainly changing. Of course, you obviously have all the abayas, so maybe you don't see the colour, but a lot of it is still there. A lot of the tradition. A lot of the ladies are coming from other parts of Oman, from the villages, from other towns. A lot of the colour is still there for everyday wear as well as for special wear. And as I say, in particular with the abayas, that's very much in the city. You leave the city and you see the colour.
Thank you so much.
Lakshmi Kothaneth reporting for OmanObserver.om at Beit Al Zubair.